ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैव उपशमयन्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभू कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति शिखरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ॐ वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जो वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। हम लोग योग वशिष्ठ का निर्वाण प्रकरण का पूर्वार्ध 115वां अध्याय का निरीक्षण कर रहे हैं, जहाँ कल हम थोड़ा सा देखे हैं, आज पूरा देखेंगे। 115वां अध्याय महाकर्ता किसको कहते हैं। इसके पहले हम महात्यागी का बारे में सब विवेचन कर रहे थे। बहुत अलग अलग कहानियाँ और उसको कहानी का अर्थ को समझाते हुए वशिष्ठ जी महात्याग के बारे में भगवान राम को समझा रहे थे। अब महाकर्ता के बारे में समझाना चाहते हैं। वी आर डिस्कसिंग योग वशिष्ठ द लास्ट पार्ट, फर्स्ट हाफ, 115th chapter, and till now the Guru Vasistha was explaining everything on all renunciation, the great renunciation, how one can renounce, how one is able to renounce everything. That means including the body, senses, mind, prana, chitta, the subconscious mind, ego, and that is nothing but in larger sense it is the whole world. World means which is something foggy ideas. It has got no existence. So when this is understood or realized, only the truth exists. Its reflections are not to be considered to be existing fact. When that is understood or truth is realized, then it is understood as, known as, called as all renunciation. That is called renunciation. Renouncing the misunderstanding or confusions, illusions, that is called renunciation. It doesn't mean to throw off some objects and you say, I have renounced. That is what Vasistha tried to explain to Rama by telling many stories, supporting one each other, and explaining all the facts and figures in the story, how the renunciation is understood. Now that subject is ended, and now Vasistha wants to explain to Rama how one becomes all-doer. All-doer. Before it, all renuncier was explained. That means no renunciation is really something. It is nothing to throw off or reject. There is nothing to reject. You cannot throw off which is not there. So that is the real understanding of the world. World doesn't exist at all. And when that is understood, one has become the all-renuncier. Now he just opposite word is going to explain. That is all-doer. And in Gita also we have discussed, and many here and there, many times in Gita, everywhere almost the explanation is given to action. What is called action? And who is the doer of the action? How an event takes place, and what is the result, outcome of it, what is the influence of it. In Gita we see what is called action, what is called inaction, what is called non-action or forbidden actions, and how is doer understood, who is the doer, how the actions are performed, what are the causes for it, and what is the process of it, and what is the outcome of it. All these in details we see in Gita. Here also the same thing. Vasistha wants to explain to Rama about all doer, जो महाकर्ता, जो सब कुछ करता है, उसका मतलब पहले तो हमको समझना चाहिए कर्म किसको कहते हैं और कर्ता फिर कौन होगा, कर्म कैसे अनुष्ठान किया जाता है, उसमें फिर प्रोसेस जो तरीका वो कैसा है, कौन करता है, करने के बाद उसका परिणाम क्या होता है, ये सब चीज़ जब तक नहीं समझे तो महाकर्ता, करने वाला कौन, कर्म क्या है और कर्म का फल क्या होता है, इसको नहीं समझने से जिंदगी एक दुख का घर बन जाता है। हम क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या है हम, मैं कौन हूँ, क्या कर रहा हूँ, क्यों कर रहा हूँ, ये सब जब तक नहीं समझा इंसान तो फिर जिंदगी समझो किसी काम का नहीं। किसी काम का नहीं। तो जिंदगी को हम ये कह सकते हैं एक जानवर का, पशु का जिंदगी। मनुष्य को दिया गया है ये बुद्धि, विवेक, जिससे बुद्धि को इस्तेमाल करने से, विवेक को इस्तेमाल करने से, विचार करने से वो जिंदगी का रहस्य को समझ पाएगा। नहीं किया उसको तो फिर वो मनुष्य कहलाने लायक नहीं है, वो पशु के समान है। इसीलिए भगवान वशिष्ठ अच्छी तरह हर चीज़ को राम जी को समझा रहे हैं। त्याग किसको कहते हैं, कर्ता किसको कहते हैं। वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा, महाराज श्री वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा, हे अनग, हे राम, आप पुण्य पाप आदि की शंकाओं का परित्याग कर और निर्भय अविनाशी कुटस्थ आत्मभाव का अवलंबन करके महाकर्ता, महाभोक्ता एवं महात्यागी हो जाइए। ये तीनों चीज़ को इकट्ठा अभी समझा रहे हैं। वशिष्ठ जी कह रहे हैं, जिसको कहते हैं वही राम जी को तो बोल रहे हैं, तुम महाकर्ता भी बनो और साथ साथ तुम महाभोक्ता भी बनोगे और साथ साथ तुम महात्यागी भी बन जाओगे। इसका कहने का मतलब ये है कि महाकर्ता जिसको कहते हैं उसी का अर्थ है महात्यागी, महाभोक्ता, सब कुछ एक ही का अर्थ है। इसको समझना चाहिए कि कैसे कर्म को किया जाता है और उसको कैसे भोगते हैं और उसका त्याग भी किसका, वो त्याग का मतलब क्या होता है। तो इसको अच्छी तरह राम जी को समझा रहे हैं। ये अगर समझ में आ गया तो कर्म और कर्म फल में कोई हमारा कोई ना सुख ना कोई दुख होगा और उसका सुख दुख को भोगने में भी ना कोई तकलीफ उठाना पड़ेगा। करता हुआ भी अकर्ता, भोगता हुआ उपभोक्ता और सब कुछ को अपने मानने से कैसे महात्याग कहा जाता है, इस सब चीज़ को भली भांति समझना चाहिए। उसी को समझा रहे हैं भगवान वशिष्ठ। राम जी बोलते हैं, हे प्रभु, किस लक्षण की प्राप्ति होने पर पुरुष महाकर्ता कहलाता है, किस लक्षण की प्राप्ति होने पर पुरुष महाभोक्ता कहलाता है तथा किस लक्षण की प्राप्ति होने पर पुरुष महात्यागी कहलाता है, यह भली भांति मुझसे कहिए। राम जी पूछ रहे हैं, महाकर्ता, महाभोक्ता और महात्यागी, ये जो तीन लक्षण आप बताए, एक किस लक्षण से इनको हम समझेंगे। राम जी इज आस्किंग द सेम क्वेश्चन टू Vasistha ji, how we can understand who is all doer, all enjoyer and all renuncier। वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा है, श्री राम जी, पहले भगवान महादेव जी ने ये तीन व्रत भृंगिस से कहे थे और इन्हीं तीनों व्रतों के प्रभाव से भृंगिस संसार ज्वर से निर्मुक्त हो गया था। Now Vasistha ji is telling a story to Rama. The same question was put by Bhringis, a subordinate, an assistant to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva had so many, had same thing. there is a group of members of the family of Lord Shiva. So Ganesh, one, Kartikeya, his own son, and he is the commander-in-chief of all the gods, and others are there. Nandishwar, the bull. Lord Shiva uses him as the vehicle, and many others are there that they are responsible for different aspects of the family running process. And Bhringis is one of them. He had some troubles. He has some disease. What kind of disease? All of us, we are patients only. Everybody is suffering with something. Suffering. Somebody has diseased mind. Somebody has diseased body, diseased prana. So everything is imperfect. That is imperfection or disorderly what goes on, that is without any process, without any particular harmonious way. Whatever is done, that is called imperfection, that is otherwise known as disease. Disease is nothing but dis-ease, which is uncomfortable. That is called disease. Uncomfortable one feels when the process of life is disturbed, it is imbalanced, and that's how disease is known to be as something. Misbalance, disorderness in the process of life, that is called disease. So life means not only the body, it is body, prana, mind, intellect, ego, subconscious mind, and many other aspects are there in the body which makes the body move, that is action, and all these medical science, physical science. If it is in balanced state, the person is diseaseless. If it is imbalanced, he is diseased. So mind also has diseases. We call it mental case. Mental case. And mental diseases are most important because mind only regulates the whole body and controls it, directs it. When the mind is imbalanced, all the lifestyle will be imbalanced. And the mental diseases are cause for physical diseases and pranic diseases also. When the mind is not in balanced state, everything happens to be disordered in the body, prana, everywhere. So that is called jwara. Jwara means fever, the worldly fever. World is a disease. As the philosopher, they say, world itself, whole world style is a disease. Why? How? World is a disease, bhava rog we say. Why? How it is a disease? Because world is nothing but an imbalanced state, confusive, illusive state of the being is called world. So world itself is a disease. Misunderstanding is called world. Ignorance is called world. So that belongs to the mind, because understanding or misunderstanding, it is mental case. When there is no proper understanding, there is no clarity in understanding. Clarity in understanding means real vision of the reality. Then it is called a disease. So it is known as a fever. Bringis had this disease. He was confused. He didn't understand what is to be done and what not to be done, and why he was so much worried and he had problems in life. When he asked this question to Lord Shiva explained everything to Bringis, and by that Bringi was free from the disease. Understanding is the real tonic for the life. If you understand everything in its proper way, then life becomes easy. वशिष्ठ जी इज टेलिंग, हे श्री राम जी, पहले भगवान महादेव जी ने ये 3 व्रत भृंगी से कहे थे, और इन्हीं तीनों व्रतों के प्रभाव से भृंगी संसार ज्वर से निर्मुक्त हो गया है था। संसार एक रोग है, उसको ज्वर कहते हैं, और भृंगिस को भी बुखार था, और भगवान शिव का उपदेश से भृंगिस को आरोग्य प्राप्ति हुआ। 3 व्रत का पालन करो। Lord Shiva asked to have 3 medicines, that is 3 kind of diets or habits or actions. Lord Shiva said the same thing to Bringis, and because of that, Bringi observed those 3 directions, and he was free of all the diseases. All the diseases means the world disease. किसी समय की बात है, now वशिष्ठ जी is starting the story. किसी समय की बात है कि सुमेरु पर्वत के अग्नि सदृश उत्तरीय शिखर पर अपने समस्त परिवार से युक्त होकर भगवान शंकर विराजमान थे। सुमेरु पर्वत, सुमेरु जो है, ये सुमेरु को कहीं भी इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं। मेरु मतलब जो श्रृंग को कहते हैं मेरु, श्रृंग मतलब जो सबसे ऊपरी हिस्सा, उसी को मेरु कहते हैं। जैसे हमारा धरती का उत्तर मेरु, दक्षिण मेरु, पोल, साउथ पोल, नॉर्थ पोल, इन दैट वे पोल इज कॉल्ड द हाईएस्ट point of any object, Meru. On that highest peak, when Lord Shiva was living with his family means his wife, who is his wife? Many, not one. One dies and she incarnates in some form or other. Again she marries Lord Shiva as per the stories. But Shiva is eternal being, and all these are only some aspect of life. The power is called wife, Shiva Shakti, and everything has its nature. The nature is called the wife. So that nature changes, and sometimes it goes up, sometimes down, sometimes with different changes. That is called death and birth. किसी समय की बात है कि सुमेरु पर्वत के अग्नि सदृश उत्तरीय शिखर पर, उत्तर मेरु पर, अपने समस्त परिवार से युक्त होकर भगवान शंकर विराजमान थे। हे श्री राम जी अपने परिवार के साथ बैठे हुए उमापति से साधारण आत्मज्ञान रखने वाला महान तेजस्वी विनम्र भृंगीश ने, जो वहाँ पर उपस्थित था, अंजलि बांध कर पूछा। भृंगीश ने कहा, हे भगवान, हे देवताधीशों के स्वामी, हे सर्वज्ञ, हे परमेश्वर, जो मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ उसे कृपा कर मुझसे शीघ्र कहिए। Lord Shiva was abiding on the top of the mountain Meru with all his family, and there it so happened Bhringish, one of the main subordinates, he asked Lord Shiva, "Oh Lord, please, I have some doubts, please explain it to me." हे नाथ, तरंग के सदृश थोड़े समय में नष्ट हो जाने वाली इस सृष्टि रचना का अवलोकन कर मैं बड़ा मुग्ध हो गया हूँ। यद्यपि साधारण रूप से तत्व का परिज्ञान होते हुए भी उससे विश्रांति मुझे नहीं मिल रही है। He asked this question to Lord Shiva. O Lord, Lord of all lords, Lord of all gods, and I have a doubt, please tell me. By observing this creation process, it appears, it disappears also, because these divine beings, they are eternal beings. So they see so many creations being created and being destroyed, just as one farmer sees the field and the crops again and again. In every season the same crop he grows and destroys it, and then again in the next season he cultivates the same crop. Similarly, these eternal beings, they enjoy these creations being created, again being destroyed. And that's how Bringis is asking this question. I have been seeing all these creations and I am bewildered. It appears for a little time and then again it gets destroyed. इस सृष्टि रचना का अवलोकन कर मैं बड़ा मुग्ध हो गया हूँ. I am bewildered, I am confused all these by seeing all these creations and destructions, all these. यद्यपि साधारण रूप से तत्व का परिज्ञान होते हुए भी उससे विश्रांति मुझे नहीं मिल रही है. Though I understand by common sense, it is like this. It appears and disappears just as some bubbles we see on the water. They appear and disappear. So are you troubled by seeing the bubbles in the water, and when it disappears again it appears? Sometimes somewhere you will see the whirlpools and then after some time it will disappear, it will become only water. Somewhere you see the waves and same waves will dash against other waves and they will disappear, they will die out. So are you disturbed by seeing all this in the ocean? Sometimes if you go on observing it for some time and think seriously why it happens, how it happens, then only you will feel little disturbed. I don't understand why all this is happening again and again. It is only water. Why all these differences in water? Naturally one will think. So our Bringis is asking this question to Lord Shiva. Of course, by common sense I understand it. All these appear like this and disappear like this. This is a common process. But yet I am not able to understand the secret of it, why, how, and who does all these, why all these appear and disappear again. I am really confused. I don't get peace of mind. महाराज, इस जगत रूपी जीर्ण शीर्ण घर के अंदर विश्रांति सुख से रमणीय किस अंतर निश्चय का अवलंबन कर मैं समग्र चिंता ज्वर से निर्मुक्त होकर निश्चल रूप से स्थित रह सकता हूँ. किस निश्चय से, कौन सा रास्ता है जिसका मैं अवलंबन करूँगा और ये चिंता ज्वर जो है इससे मैं मुक्त हो करके आराम से शांति से बैठ सकता हूँ, विश्रांति सुख को पा सकता हूँ. माई माइंड इज एवर एंगेज्ड इन seeing all these changes and I am bewildered, I am confused, and the real fever is origin. Nobody is there in this world who is free of origin. ओरिज, चिंता सांपिनी काहि न खाई. This is a type of serpent. It bites all the beings. What is that? The origin. Everybody is troubled by the origin, problems, miseries. What to do? In Hindi हम कहते हैं, क्या कहते हैं, खैर भगवान हमारे परम भक्त गोस्वामी तुलसीदास कहते हैं कि चिंता सांपिनी काहि न खाई. कौन ऐसा पैदा हुआ है इस दुनिया में जिसको चिंता सांपिनी काटी नहीं, मतलब चिंता से जो मुक्त है ऐसा कौन हो सकता है. सब चिंता से परेशान. एक कहावत है हिंदी में, सबको सब कोई एक मंत्र जप करना पड़ता है. वो कौन सा मंत्र? पंचाक्षरी मंत्र. पंचाक्षरी मंत्र किसको कहते हैं? ओम नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, पंचाक्षरी मंत्र. ये तो कोई एक आधे बड़े ज्ञानी पुरुष जप करते हैं, लेकिन बाकी सब ये पंचाक्षरी जप करते हैं. दरिद्र पंचाक्षरी. दरिद्र पंचाक्षरी किसको कहते हैं? क्या खाऊंगा, कहाँ जाऊंगा, कहाँ सोऊंगा, क्या करूंगा. ये सब पंचाक्षरी. ये दरिद्र लोग हमेशा ये पंचाक्षरी जप करते रहते हैं. ये पंचाक्षरी मंत्र. यस, हाँ हाँ, नींद में भी. कहाँ सोऊंगा, कब उठूंगा. सब पंचाक्षरी सब जगह पर है. और ऐसा कोई व्यक्ति नहीं जो पंचाक्षरी जप नहीं करता है. इसी को कहते हैं चिंता. चिंता, चिंता सबसे बड़ा रोग है, और इसी को भी भव रोग कहते हैं. This is the 5-letter mantra, Namah Shivaya. But the ignorant persons, they do japa of other 5-syllable mantra. That is, where to go, what to do, all these in Hindi 5 letters. Panchakshari, 5-letter mantra. All these ignorant persons, worldly persons, they go on doing japa for it every moment. Where to go, what to do. Why to do, when to do, what is to be done, all these 5-letter mantras. पंचाक्षरी, दरिद्र पंचाक्षरी कहते हैं इसको. तो वही ये चिंता, चिंता, दिस ओरीज. ओरीज आर द रियल डिजीज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. नोबडी इज without origin, and this is the cause for our problems, miseries, and the whole world is full of this misunderstanding and problems, miseries in life. Nobody has real, clear understanding of life and what to do, what not to do. That is the question of Ringis. And Ram also asked the same question to Vasistha ji. What is to be done? That is Mahakartapana. one who understand what to do, he is real doer, and he is also enjoyer. ये जो महाकर्ता कौन है, महाभोक्ता कौन है, कैसे महाभोक्ता होते हैं, और ये जो कहते हैं महात्याग कैसे किया जाता है। महात्याग का तो हम विचार कर लिए बहुत कुछ, अब महाकर्ता महाभोक्ता का बारे में अभी विचार करने के लिए वशिष्ठ जी ये कहानी बोलते हैं, भृंगिस की कहानी। भृंगिस यही सवाल किया था जी से, हे भगवान, मैं संसार को देख रहा हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ रहा हूँ, लेकिन मुझे शांति नहीं, हमेशा चिंताग्रस्त रहता हूँ मैं। ऐसा क्यों नहीं हुआ? हम जानते हैं बारिश होगा तो कीचड़ होगा, परंतु कीचड़ को देखने से हमको तकलीफ समस्या है। अरे ये कीचड़, जहाँ जाओ इधर कीचड़ ही कीचड़। अरे बारिश से होगा तब कीचड़ तो होगा। हाँ, जब नया रास्ता बना रहे हो, पहाड़ को खोद रहे हो, तो लैंडस्लाइड तो होगा। अरे क्या करें, ये चतुर्मास में जहाँ देखो ये रास्ता, जहाँ जाओ सब बंद पड़ा हुआ है, इधर लैंडस्लाइड उधर लैंडस्लाइड। अरे वो तो होगा ही वही। ये देखो ये पेड़ मर गया, इतना तकलीफ से मैं लगाया था और छाया था, ये पेड़ मर गया, ये हमारा चिंता की विषय। अरे चिंता क्या करोगे, पेड़ पैदा हुआ तो मरेगा। ऐसा कौन सा है जो पैदा हुआ नहीं मरेगा? तो फिर चिंता किस चीज़ की? क्योंकि हम समझते हुए भी नहीं समझते हैं, इसीलिए तो चिंता होता है। वो देखो पेड़, फूल का पेड़ मर रहा है, अरे पानी नहीं दोगे तो मरेगा तो वो। चिंता करने से क्या होगा, तो पानी दे दो ना, तब वो जी जाएगा। यही सब हमारा दैनिक जिंदगी में हमेशा हम परेशान होते हैं, हमारे तकलीफ कभी चिंता से हम मुक्त नहीं होते हैं। ऐसा क्यों हो गया, कैसे हो गया? एवरी मोमेंट वी आर वरीड फॉर नथिंग। वी नो by our common sense, we know it is the result of this, but yet why it has happened like this? This tree it is dead and gone. Why? With so much trouble I planted it for shadow and something, and now it is dead. I am worried. But when you have planted a tree, it has to die one day or other. Where is the cause for worries? You know what has been seen now, it will disappear after some time. That sometime may be one day or 1 year or 1,000,000 of years. What does it matter? You know it, and yet you worry for it. This is how everybody is worried for nothing. That is the highest, the greatest disease. Bhringis asked this question to Lord Shiva. I see all these creations and all the process of creation, but I know it by my common sense, it is like this, and I am not able to give up this worries. I am always worried why it is like this. Why it is like this? ये जानवरों का 4 पैर क्यों होता है? चिड़िया का तो दो पैर होता है, और दो पैर होने से तो उड़ सकता है। मेरा दो पैर है, मैं क्यों नहीं उड़ता हूँ? ये कोई चिंता की चीज़ है क्या? अरे तुम जानते हो चिड़िया का पंख है, वो उड़ता है, और कैसे उड़ता है? चिड़िया सिर्फ उड़ सकते हैं, आदमी नहीं उड़ सकता। तो पूछते हैं आदमी क्यों नहीं उड़ता है? दो पैर तो आदमी का है, दो पैर चिड़िया का है। हाँ, हाथी नहीं उड़ता है क्योंकि उसका चार पैर है, बड़ा भारी शरीर है। तो बच्चा तो छोटा सा है, बच्चे से भी बड़े बड़े चिड़िया होते हैं, वो तो उड़ जाते हैं इतना वजनदार होते हुए भी। एक छोटा सा बच्चा वो क्यों नहीं उड़ता है? ये कोई सवाल है? पर इसी ऐसे ही सवाल पूछ करके हम चिंतित रहते हैं हर वक्त, हर समय में। फालतू चिंता हमको हमेशा सताता रहता है, हम जानते हुए भी उसी से परेशान रहते हैं। जब शिव जी को भृंगी ऐसे ही सवाल पूछा, महाराज इस जगत रूपी जीर्ण शीर्ण घर के अंदर विश्रांति सुख से रमणीय किस अंतर निश्चय का अवलंबन कर मैं समग्र चिंता ज्वर से निर्मुक्त होकर निश्चल रूप से स्थित रह सकूंगा, उसको बताओ। कौन सा निश्चय, कौन सा तरीका को मैं अवलंबन करूं ताकि ये चिंता से मुक्त हो जाऊं, शांति से बढ़ पाऊं। भगवान शिव जी ने कहा, ईश्वर ने कहा, हे अनघ, तुम यत्र तत्र की समस्त शंकाओं का पिंड छोड़कर अविनाशी निर्भय कुटस्थ आत्मभाव का अवलंबन कर महाभुक्ता, महाकर्ता और महात्यागी हो जाओ। एक शब्द में पहले तो प्रश्न का उत्तर शॉर्टकट में दिया जाता है, उसके बाद प्रश्नकर्ता को जब समझ में नहीं आता है वो प्रश्न के ऊपर प्रश्न पूछते जाते हैं, तभी फिर उत्तरकर्ता उसको हर प्रश्न का समाधान देता है। तो पहले तो शिव जी यही बोल दिए कि है बेटा तुम चिंता को छोड़ दो। वही तो बोलता हो कैसे छोड़ूं, लेकिन शिव जी कहते हैं चिंता को छोड़ दो, परमात्मा में लीन हो जाओ। इसका कहने का भी तात्पर्य है, हमारे सारे योग शास्त्र तो यही तो करता है, प्रतिपक्ष भावना। ये जो संसार की चिंता तभी हमसे छुटकारा पाएगा, हम छोड़ सकेंगे ये संसार का चिंता। संसार के जगह पर और किसी चीज़ का सोचो। मान लो तुम कहीं जाना था और गलत रास्ता पकड़ लिया, गलत रास्ता पकड़ लिया तो क्या करना है? ये कोई चिंता की बात है क्या? ये कोई सवाल उठता है क्या? सबको मालूम है, अरे गलत रास्ता को छोड़ दो। तो गलत रास्ता को छोड़ेंगे कैसे? जब सही रास्ता पकड़ेंगे तभी तो गलत रास्ता छूटेगा। और तुम चलते रहोगे तो जहाँ जाना था वहाँ तो कभी नहीं पहुँच पाओगे। कहने का मतलब एक के जगह पर, गलत के जगह पर सही को रखना। हम क्या करते हैं, जब लिखते हैं उसको संशोधन करते हैं, कुछ भूल हो जाता है। शीतल हम लिखे, शीतल को हम सी का दीर्घ मात्रा नहीं दे करके हम ह्रस्व लिख दिए, शीतल लिख दिए। तो गुरु जी कहे ये गलत लिखा है रे, ये सही नहीं है, इसको सही करो। तो सही करने के लिए क्या करते हैं हम? उसको मिटाना है, छोटी ई मात्रा को मिटाना है, बड़ी ई मात्रा लिखना है, तभी तो वो सही होगा। गलत के जगह पर सही को रखना है, यही तो सब जगह पर तरीका है। भूख लग रहा है, भूख लग रहने से क्या होता करते हो? भोजन करना है, ये सब जानते हैं, सब करते हैं। तो इसको समझना चाहिए, पेट खाली होने से भूख लगता है, पेट को भर दो। यही तो तरीका है, और क्या है? इसके लिए कोई सोचता ही क्या? तो ऐसे ही इसी को जो शास्त्र में कहा गया, गलत के जगह पर अगर सही चीज को रखोगे तो गलत अपने आप छूट जाएगा। शंकर जी यही बात होता है, बेटा संसार का भावना छोड़ दो। कैसे छोड़ पाओगे? परमात्मा का चिंता करो। सो कॉमन सेंस लर्ड शी वॉज टोल्ड Bhringis, my dear, give up the origin of the world, don't look at this world, you will be worried. Think of the absolute truth, that is the way. You have to delete your mistake and rewrite the correct spelling, isn't it? Replacement. This is how yoga also tells us. Replacement. Instead of bad habits, you have to cultivate new habits, some correct habits. When you are thinking of the world, oh, my nephew is in hospital now, what shall I do? I have to go and help him, giving the medicines, this and that. You are worried for it. How to get rid of it? Think of the Lord. Let me help that man. Let me do something good. All these when thought of, then these negative thoughts and worries, they will get away. This is called replacement. What do you do when your shoes is old and it is torn away? What do you do? A new pair you purchase? So common sense, why worries? What is the, where is the doubt in it? And you purchase a new pair and throw out it. Everybody knows it. Where is the doubt? So this is what told by yoga also. Yoga says replacement, pratipaksha bhavana. When you have bad thoughts, replace it by good thoughts. That is the process. Shivji said the same thing. Think of the absolute reality and naturally by itself automatically you will forget the origin of the world. Bhringis ने कहा, हे प्रभु, ऐसे कौन से लक्षण हैं जिनकी प्राप्ति हो जाने पर पुरुष महाकर्ता, महाभुक्ता और महात्यागी कहा जा सकता है? उन्हें मुझसे भली भांति कही है। So Bhringis again asked the same question. Oh Lord, please tell me it the same thing in a clear manner, elaborately, point by point. What are the indications by which I can understand? All these you have to explain me clearly. I am unable to understand it. समस्त शंकाओं का पिंड छोड़कर यह जो अंश कहा गया है उसी की विशद व्याख्या करते हैं भगवान शंकर इसी को फिर समझा रहे हैं अच्छी तरह। हे महाभाग, आत्मा न तो करता है और न भोगता ही है। इसी प्रकार के निश्चय से कर्तृत्व आदि शंकाओं से रहित मन वाला होकर समय अनुसार प्राप्त धर्म और अधर्म का जो पुरुष अनुष्ठान करता है वह महाकर्ता कहलाता है। नाउ स्लोली, point by point, Lord Shiva is going to explain it. My dear, this is self, the supreme self. It is neither the doer nor the enjoyer, and it is never concerned with all these actions and reactions. One who knows it thoroughly well, without any doubts, and who understands he is one with the absolute truth, such a person, according to time, space and situation, whatever comes to him, he does everything, but he becomes non-doer. He is not attached to all these, and in that case he is taken as the all-doer. The non-doer becomes the all-doer. Non-doer in the sense of having no ego of doership. He does everything according to the demand of time, situations and conditions, but he has no concern with all these actions. He does it by the way. So, as this, he does everything, but he never is concerned with all these actions. He is not involved with it. He has no ego of doing, no doership he feels. Then he becomes in such a way, if one performs everything, he becomes the non-doer, and at the same time he will not be perturbed or influenced, or he will not be concerned with the result of all these actions. Though he enjoys everything, yet he never feels the enjoyership, ego of enjoying. So he becomes non-enjoyer also. Such a person is known as all-enjoyer. One who enjoys not, he is all-enjoyer. One who does not do anything, he is the all-doer, because his involvement, his entanglement is not there. So there is no attachment, there is no ego of doership, enjoyership. In such state of understanding and feeling, one becomes non-doer and all-doer. non-enjoyer and all enjoyer. This is what Lord Shiva explained to Bringis. जो पुरुष राग द्वेष पैदा करने वाली चेष्टा और सुख दुख की प्रयोजक धर्माधर्म रूप क्रिया का फलाफल की इच्छा से रहित मन से एकमात्र लोक संग्रहार्थ आचरण करता है, वह महाकर्ता कहलाता है. Now, one by one point he goes on explaining to Bringis how one becomes, how one is known as all-doer. One by one he goes on explaining, because Bringis asked what are the indications, from which indications we can know he is the all-doer. जो पुरुष राग द्वेष पैदा करने वाली चेष्टा और सुख दुख का प्रयोजक धर्माधर्म रूप क्रिया का फलाफल की इच्छा से रहित मन से एकमात्र लोक संग्रहार्थ आचरण करता है, वह महाकर्ता होता है. One who understands what is duty and what is not, and having doing the action, the right action, one who doesn't hope nor desire for the result of the actions, without this doership and expectation of its result of actions, such a person, only for sake of doing, to set some example before others how one should do without being involved, to set some example before others, before the society, he does everything. In that condition, he is called all-doer. Whatever comes by the way, he accepts it, does it according to the demand of the time and situations. The same thing is given in Gita also. कर्मणि वाधिकारस्ते कर्मणि एव अधिकारस्ते न फलेषु कदाचन. Lord explains to Arjuna in Gita, "O Arjuna, you have right to do the actions, but you have no right on the results of it. Of course you will get it, but you cannot claim anything. So forget about the result of the actions. Whatever comes by the way, it has to be accepted." And who accepts? All these, of course, we see everything vividly in Gita, how the actions are done, by whom, who does the actions, how all the actions are performed by whom, in what way, and who is the doer. All these we see clearly in Gita. It is not any person who can do anything. For everything there are many facts. So many facts are considered, and they have to cooperate with each other to perform one action, any event. First of all, adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha prithak vidhan. There should be some basement on which the action is to be performed. If you walk, walking is an action. Where, on what you have to walk? Some platform should be there over which you walk. Adhishtanam, the basement, the holder. If you want to drink a little tea, the holder should be there, either a glass or a cup or a mug, whatever. Without that, the tea cannot be held in something. It will spread out because it is liquid. So some holder, some basement, some substratum, adhishtanam, tatha karta. Somebody should come forward that I am doing it. Without doer, no actions can be done. But that feeling may be there, may not be there, that is different. But some performer should be there. If somebody is having a garden, you have to dig the soil there. So a person should be there, and it should have some, it has to have some instruments also. It cannot just dig the soil. Some spade or some something, some instrument it needs, and that instrument is not independent of itself. It is dependent on the user of it. In this way, many causes are there, many facts are there which should be present and cooperate with each other. Then only an event can be performed, or else it is impossible. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam. Karanam, the instrumental, instruments. Instruments means by which the action is to be done. The instruments, the causes. Without cause there cannot be any effect. And these instruments are of many types, not one. Causes. Sometimes instrumental cause, sometimes a helping cause, sometimes primordial cause. Many type of causes should be there, are there. And then karanam cha prithak vidhan, vividhascha chesta. Chesta, the action, the tendency to act, chesta, the process to do, and that also of different types, by hands, by all your senses, by eyes, by ears, everything, by the senses of knowledge, by the senses of action. Through all these, the action is to be performed. Vividhascha prithak chesta daiva chaiva atra panchamam. And besides all these, the situation, the surroundings should be favorable. If you want to cross the river, If there is so much water, how can you cross the river? If it is without water, you can go across easily. So it should be favorable for your need, whatever you want to do. You want to climb the tree. If it is a thorny tree, can you climb? It should be favorable. The situations, the time and the surroundings, they must be favorable. Then only an action can be done. You want to walk. Can you walk over water? It should be steady, some platform over which you can walk. I want to have evening walk, and there is only water and water everywhere, flood water. How can you go for evening walk? That means the situation should be favorable. In this way, so many facts and figures should be there for one incident. So, this is how the actions are done. How can one claim, I am the doer? For example, the whole villagers have been cooperating to do some work, and the village chief says, I have done this. Is it right? If he claims like that, he will be beaten, he will be thrown out. All of us got together to do this job, and you say, I have done this work, and you get the reward. You fool, you will be beaten by everyone. So, who is the doer? It is done by so many hands, not one. How can one claim that I am the doer? So it is to be understood. It is to be understood in a proper way. If something is going to happen, the whole world has to cooperate, then only something can happen. It is not one singular identity which can do something. See, if you have planted a tree, can it grow by yourself? Can you grow the tree? You have to give water, manure, there should be some soil. It should not be sandy or stony field. It should be prosperous ground, soil. Then only when you water it in time, when you remove all the other plants from near it, then only it can grow properly. Climate should be favorable to it. If you plant some tropical plants here in Himalayas, top of the snowy mountains, can you grow it properly? The climate should be favorable, and all your trials should be according to, means it should be favorable according to the needs of the time and situations. In this way, whole world should cooperate to grow up a plant, or else it cannot. Anything goes wrong means the plant has to die. If there are too much rains, if there is only sun and sun, like desert, can this tree grow in deserts? Can this tree grow on the top of Himalayas, snow-capped mountains? Everything should be favorable. Whole world has to cooperate. Then only an action can be done. You want to go to Rishikesh, can you go by all by yourself? If you take the help of a car or a, say, bus also you have not made it. Its body, its all the materials. How many persons have cooperated to build up this body of the bus? And driver should be there, fuel should be there, engine should be there, tire should be there. That rubber, it is accumulated from far off countries, Malaysia or somewhere from you import rubber, then only it can move. How many persons have got together, cooperated to build this bus, and there should be a proper road. Everything should come forward to cooperate with you. Then only you can reach Rishikesh. In every case, so all these are when get together, they cooperate, then only an action can be done. So how can you claim that I have done this work, I have done this, I have reached Rishikesh? Who are you? How can you reach Rishikesh without all these? So a man of understanding never claims, I am the doer. The whole nature has to cooperate. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunehi karmani sarvasa. That's why Gita says clearly, the nature does everything. You are not the doer, but the nature is doer. Nature means everything together. So, don't claim that you are a doer. This understanding when dawns in a person, he never feels that he is the doer. From other angle also it is seen. When suppose you have eaten something, you say, I have eaten some sweets. Who are you? Are you the hand? So why don't you say hand has eaten? Are you the teeth? Are you the tongue? How can you eat sweet? How can you claim you have the eater of the sweet? The hand should cooperate, the plate should be there, the everything is it should be able to hold it and raise it from the plate to the mouth. Then only you can swallow it or chew it. So all the senses have to cooperate. So it is said, Indriyani indriyarthevyaha vartanta iti dharayan. The senses do all the actions for sense sake. If the hand cooperates, for whom? It is for the tongue. So tongue is a sense and hand is a sense. All these senses, they cooperate with each other, they help each other, they do everything for each other. So, where are you? How can you say, I am the doer? Indriyani indriyarthevya vartanta. The senses do all the actions for sense sake. You are nowhere seen here. So with all the analytical understanding, one should think properly to say, I am nowhere, by no means I am the doer. So when I am not the doer, how can I be the enjoyer? So such a person is known to be all doer. How? Because he is thus witnessing all these phenomena, getting together to do something. He witnesses. Say, some matches, some competition is going on, some sports or some match is going on, football match. You are just the witness. You have to enjoy the football match. You are sitting in the audience. Of course, you have purchased a ticket. World football match, World Football Cup. Now, you don't know ABCD of football. You have enjoyed everything. Can you say you are the player? But you have seen everything, you have observed everything. So you are all doer, all seer. As an individual player, nobody can claim that I have enjoyed whole football World Cup. Nobody can claim. But an onlooker, a witnessing body, he can claim, I have seen everything. That's how he is all doer. Who does nothing, he is all doer. One who witnesses everything. You see, in the law and regulations, rules and regulations, if somebody has done something wrong, the doer of the wrong things will be punished at the same time. One who has helped him, one who has witnessed it, he is also to be punished. You have seen it, seen that person doing something wrong. Why did you not inform the government? Why did you not stop him doing wrong things? So you are also a part of that wrong deed. The seer, the helper, and others, everybody, not one. Similarly, here the seer is all doer, all doer. In this way, one who does nothing, witnesses everything, he is called Mahakarta, all doer, great doer. जब हम देखते हैं क्या मैच सब देखते हैं, वो जो देखने वाले बड़े हल्ला करते हैं, सपोर्टर्स, उसके वजह से कोई टीम बढ़िया अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है तो सपोर्टर्स भी तो होते हैं. तो शिव जी बोल रहे हैं, जो पुरुष राग द्वेष पैदा करने वाली चेष्टा और सुख दुख की प्रयोजक धर्माधर्म रूप क्रिया का फलाफल की इच्छा से रहित मन से एकमात्र लोक संग्रहार्थ आचरण करता है, वह महाकर्ता कहलाता है. He does everything for others. To set some example before others, He is a non-doer and he is all-doer also. So tomorrow we shall see further. In this way, we are discussing non-doer, all-doer, all-enjoyer. It is one only who has no concern with anything, indifferent towards everything. He is called this. Non-doer, all-doer, all-enjoyer, non-enjoyer, who renounces nothing. He is called all-renouncer. Who does nothing, he is called all-doer. How? In what sense? Tomorrow we shall see further in details. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Sabda Brahma ki jai. Saraswati Maharani ki jai. Yoga Vasistha Bhagavan ki jai.